Morning, welcoming you once again on the 27th May 2025 from Shantiniketan in this brilliant morning with some new wonderful inputs, real life experience to share with you. Listen to me, and in the conclusion, I will let you know one great realization, not to give you instruction, but to share with you and inspire you to bring about a massive change in your life. Stay on with me. It's a story of my life. I came from a middle class family, but my parents' sides, both sides, mother's side, father's side, people were pretty enlightened, highly educated, and they used to do good work in their lives. But I was kind of a mediocre. In fact, I used to spend time in games and all the merrymakings and other things. And my father used to regret that my third son is a waste. He will not be able to do anything good in his life. And he used to regret it amongst the family members. And I never used to care. I never thought. When I grew, I somehow managed to get doing some work, not bad work, a good work in the society. But my father used to tell me, you will continue to do this mediocre kind of work. And finally got a break in British Deputy High Commission. It was more prestigious kind of a job in the society. So he was fairly happy, but I was not happy. I always felt that what I'm doing is I was not born to do this. And in this frustration, I used to live my life. And then I came across with a person who turned out to be a mentor, one of the terrific trainers of the world. He came from United States and he used to work in Dale Carnegie Institute. And many of you who are hearing me perhaps know this story, but not in so much of elaboration, with so much of depth. Continue listening with me. This man would always tell me when I used to tell him that I would also like to be a trainer like you. He used to laugh. He said, that's not your cup of tea, you Bengali Baba. You are an emotional fool and you work with the British and you are a British ka dalal. That's the way he used to ridicule me. But he used to say also one other thing. Ashit, you are a good guy. I always pray for one thing for you. I said, what? You must lose your job. I said, what nonsense? How can you say like this? You are a big fellow. If your words become true, then I'll be ruined. I'll be on the street. I cannot think of leaving this job. I'm in terrific good books and I want to stay here. I want to earn a lot of money here. And he used to laugh. He said, that's the most unfortunate thing in you. But I'll continue praying, my son. I'll pray that you lose your job one day. And that's one reason I used to really dislike him. I used to dislike him for many things because of his very stern words, but I used to like him for his capacity, capabilities, personality, his confidence, and the way he used to inspire and motivate us. Now, one day I approached him and said, what's wrong with me? Why don't you train me? I would like to do your job and I think I can do well. He said, are you sure? All right, do one thing. Look, I even don't trust. I would not trust even my own son if he says these words unless I make sure that what he says is means it. So you are facing one of the greatest moments of your life. Look here, go back home. And tomorrow I'll wait for you here, 11 o'clock. You will get your resignation letter signed by your High Commissioner and show me because you cannot sail in two boats. I don't train people who are not totally with me. He said, you will pay me? He said, nothing. I have not paid anything to anyone. I don't keep employees. I work alone. Question of paying doesn't arise. What pay? I'm giving you a life, man. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance to become what you want to be. And that's the greatest reward. How can you ask for a payment? Get lost. I walked from that room of Park Mansion in Park Street to the Park Street bus stand and then came to Godia in my home, burning in agony. For the first time, I hated this man from one side. But from the other side, I kept on hearing that sound. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you whole night. I remained awake and kept on hearing that sound. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. Sometime my being on the street, losing the job was to come on the other side. But once again, that sound would come. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. Morning 5:30, whole night. I didn't sleep. I went outside. I made a decision. I said, I'll take that chance, come what may. All right. So 5:30, I wrote my resignation letter in a white paper. 8:30, I boarded my chartered bus and went to my office. I went up to the chamber of Ian McClooney, my deputy high commissioner, who used to love me. In 15 days, papers were being prepared for him to send me to London for a very special training. I was in his good books. And his secretary, De Silva, was there and said, I want to meet Ian. I said, okay, stay in your chamber. I'll let you know when he comes. And after a little while, I got a buzz in my intercom. I said, Ian is waiting for you. So I went and met Ian McClooney. And he stood up and said, how are you doing? Welcome, sit down. I sat and he said, what's it? I said, Ian, I got something very, very crucial, very difficult to share with you. I'm leaving. Why? Why? Are we not looking after you well? No, no, no. That's not the question. The question is, I'm going to be trained as a trainer. And I got an opportunity. Trainer? I said, who is your trainer? I said, he used to be in USA as a Dale Carnegie trainer in the United States. He said, Dale Carnegie, masterpiece. Wonderful. Ah, I don't see your kind of people in this country. You leave your job to be trained? I said, of course, yeah. And he came over, he had my shoulder. I said, look, if you need a referee for you anywhere in the world, remember me. I'll be your referee. And he gave me a beautiful letter, which I preserve even today. And in 2 hours, he settled my accounts. And I was on 22nd of June, 1992, walking from Ho Chi Minh Charoni to Park Mansion in Park Street was a very difficult walk. Burning sun, my eyes were red, full of anger. I pressed the bell. I saw that man with a Genji and a lungi opening the door. I didn't look at his face. I bypassed him and entered the room and went on his table. He came back. I said, what happened? I said, nothing. I had the resignation letter and bumped on his table and said, all your life you ridiculed me. All right. I burnt the bridge behind, man. Here is it. Okay. But listen, before you say anything, one word I will say, and then all words are yours. I'll be a leech after your blood. I burned my bridges. This man came and hugged me tight into his chest. I hated the smell of his perspiration. But he whispered this into my ears. I knew, Royal Bengal Tiger, I'll make you better than me. My journey started. It was not easy to travel with him. In fact, there are many episodes which were much more challenging this one. But the first milestone I crossed is the story that I want to share with you. It's my own story. Then there was another guy who came to me. He never wanted to be a trainer, but I needed trainers. I was building an organization. I said, I'll make you a trainer. And he never knew how to speak good English. And he used to say, me, trainer? Ashit, are you mad? I do caricature. I'll go to Bollywood and do caricature. I said, shut up. You will train in Hindi. This guy said, no, nothing doing. I said, look, come on, sit down. You love me? He said, of course, Ashit. I got everything from you. I said, can you follow what I ask you to do? He said, Ashit, yes. Are you sure? I said, okay. Attend my 3 hour introductory presentation 20 times. I said, I've already done 15 times, so 20 more times. and practice that 3 hour presentation so well. Cram it. Don't worry, don't listen to anyone. And when you are ready, I will launch you. You don't have to pay anything. I will launch you. And after a couple of months, he was ready. And I advertised in the newspaper. The first batch in Hindi happened in Delhi. And this guy was trembling. He wanted to run away. He said, Rashid, I cannot do it. I'm frightened. You do it. And I remember that I kicked him behind and pushed him to the dais. He went there. He delivered that 3 hour presentation. In that day, he got 15 people joining his batch. There were 4 more lectures to happen next 3 days. This guy became a trainer. He did a thing which we thought he will never able to do. In my case, I did a thing I never thought I'll able to do. My definition of success today is not becoming a prime minister or a president or a famous man in the world. That is also success, but simple definition of success today that I want to share with you is cross one difficult milestone in life, and then success will snowball. Remember the definition. One most difficult milestone. Let me define this difficult milestone. Difficult means something which you think you cannot do. Just like swimming. You never thought you can get into water. Jump in the water, you did it. In life, remember, my friends, I'm not giving you upadesh. I'm not giving you advice. I'm sharing from every cell of my life, from my bloodstream, not through my hat, but through my head. You need to cross one milestone. You need to get one success in your life, and rest of it will happen. Mother Nature will give you. Would you remember my words? Do you like me? Then make it a point to write something below how this impacted in your life. All the very best to you. Wish you a wonderful day and see you again.